And we have Mark Willard and Dan Dibley who have just strolled in here, but just continuing on to put a bow on this little sunscreen conversation. I can't stand it when it's like, well, if the clouds are out and the clouds are covering the sun, well, you have just as much of a chance of getting burned.
No, that's when you get the worst ones.
Hey, clouds, do your job.
No. I got it on the forehead one time. It was so bad. My whole face started peeling a week later. No, you got to be careful on overcast days.
You absolutely do.
No, you do.
I can't stand it, though. The sun's not out. The clouds are covering it. Do your job, cloud.
This is a white guy conversation because my Filipino wife does not care about the overcast at all.
That's a pretty funny take, though. Hey, clouds, do your job.
Do your job.
That's pretty good.
I don't know. Are the clouds like, who said that was our job? Like,
exactly.
You have no idea what it's like to be a cloud.
That's true.
Why don't you walk a mile in our shoes?
Some cloud discrimination.
And talk to the ozone layer, quite frankly, because the ozone layer is the one that used to, when we were kids, you didn't have to worry about clouds or no clouds. There was no sunscreen when I grew up. You went outside, you played all day. You didn't get burned.
There was no sun. Well, how old are you?
Yeah, I mean, my grandfather
had... Like, what did you just say to me? There was no sunscreen when you grew up? Were there clothes?
No, there was suntan. There was suntan lotion when I grew up.
Well, I will give you this.
You put on suntan lotion so you could get that benzoyl for the Central Bay tan.
Sunscreen was a 2-hour process when we were kids. Yes, yet mom had to you had to sort of do it before you got dressed because you didn't have this cool spray aerosol thing where
you didn't even put on sunscreen.
Walk through this and you'll be fine. So I'll give you that.
There was no sunburn when I was a kid.
Did you see the Tom Hanks movie that got released on Apple Plus? Him and the robot. Basically, the premise was that we burned through the ozone, and the sun, if you were exposed to it, completely burn your skin and whatnot. And that's the way I feel as a white guy getting out there because your boy does not want to have skin cancer. My grandfather had a bunch of stuff cut off of his face and stuff.
Yeah,
and the number one thing he tells me is, I didn't wear a hat for many, 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 many years, and now I wish I would have done that.
Listen.
And that's why I listen to him.
Listen, just turn us on Twitch and YouTube. Wear a hat. Okay?
Exactly.
That's just the deal.
Totally.
Wear a hat.
Yeah.
I went one day without one yesterday. That takes care of August. I'll show my head again in September.
No, you're back.
Wear a hat.
You got a hat
Seriously.
on. I have no hat.
Wear
We're
a
back. Order's been restored. And today at 9:45 on Twitch and YouTube, we will reveal other frailties in Mark Willard's game. But I'll just tease it.
It's Orange Thursday, and we'll leave it at that.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's
Creamsicles.
Orange Thursday.
Totally.
Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, nice.
City Connect. Yeah.
City Connect.
It is, yes.
He's rocking the City
All
Connect.
right, so we were having a fun little conversation. I saw Pete Carroll throwing the football. I don't know if you guys saw that.
No, I was listening to you,
It was great. I know a lot of people don't like him, but I thought it was hilarious and amazing and very relatable because that's like me at practice with all the youngsters I feel about the age of Pete Carroll. And then I saw T.O. run.
Jeez,
That was
Louise,
not. That
T.O.
was. I timed it. It was not, that was over 5.
Okay,
that
whatever.
was not a 4.38. There's a guy with a selfie stick running along with him.
So you didn't think it was impressive?
Of course, it's impressive.
Okay.
But why are we embellishing? The man is 50.
He ran a 4.2 by my clock.
I mean, my God!
You timed it?
Yeah. Look, you can look
Such
at the
a hater.
video. Look at the video.
So you're
They're
just timing it based on a video? Come
no,
on.
it's a 4.38, and there are 3 other people running with him, and one of them's got the camera, and they're right with him. It's like, stop it. It's not a 4.38. This is disrespectful to every NFL player.
But he was an NFL player and a Hall of Famer.
No,
and
it's
an elite
amazing.
athlete. Yeah, that's all.
He's unbelievable.
What happened to your
Unbelievable
thumb?
shape. Don't ruin the bit.
Yeah,
we
we'll
got to
tease
tease
it 9:45.
Okay? It's
Yeah,
orange.
we'll tease it.
It's Orange
I
Thursday.
didn't know that. I didn't even see it.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's campaign
T.O.
season.
could start for 22
Campaign
teams right
season,
now.
and I'm getting
No
ready for a
doubt.
big thumbs
Yeah,
up.
It's like,
Okay.
it's like you dipped your thumb in like a
Yeah.
can of Cheeto dust.
Nacho.
You'll get the
Nacho.
story.
Pretty good.
You'll get the story.
Is this the Tom Brady story where we have to wait till months later about how you
Absolutely.
got injured between practice and the NFL?
I'm taking the next
Super
3
Bowl?
weeks off for undisclosed reasons.
Oh,
and
thanks,
then,
Monte.
Yeah, and oh, wow, that got personal. Quick.
It did. And I got to come down Stevens Road right now
boy.
because the Boxen and Gerson injury report should have been Chet Holmgren. It should have been Chet Holmgren.
I literally said that while he was doing it.
It's so funny because, whatever. Oh, Zach Greinke. Oh, forearm tightness.
No one cares.
Whatever, dude. Nobody gives a
Is
crap.
he still in the league?
Chet
I don't even
Holmgren,
know.
the biggest injury. His career is over, by the way.
Well, no,
Before,
don't do that.
No.
Don't do that.
No, I just did.
Yeah, but
it's
you
over.
it's not over.
Wait, it's over.
Nothing is
do you
over
remember
until
Darren
we decide it
McFadden?
is. Yeah,
I
of
do.
course.
What injury did he have?
What was the
Was
Razorback?
it a Liz Frank?
Yes.
And
Hello?
was his career over?
Basically.
No, he played.
He ran hard for the Cowboys.
Yeah, for like,
That's right.
he got about 100 carries for the Cowboys.
Turf
His
toe really
career
got him.
Was over. You're talking about a 7'1", 2-guard with a Liz Frank. He'll never be the same.
But Zach Greinke has forearm tightness, Dibs.
Oh, boy.
15-day IL.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
I almost called in sick based on the Greinke forearm tightness.
You were that sick,
Yeah,
huh?
exactly.
I like that.
I mean, it's not me that writes
Darren
those, but you know.
McFadden
Coming up in a
played-
week, you won't see me for a
10
month.
years.
Darren McFadden played 10 years in the league.
That's crazy.
He played 10 years in the league.
Hey, I was
But how many
convinced he was
years
that
after
dude.
the Liz Frank? How many carries?
I don't even know when the Liz Frank was.
Exactly. That's
But
my
it's
point.
like, he played 10 years in the league. Give the man a popsicle for crying out loud.
Right, but he was broken from year 1 through year 10.
What was the direct snap play? Because I know we called it the Wildcat in the NFL, but they did it
Right.
first. Arizona,
At Arkansas.
Arkansas, excuse me.
Yeah.
They were running it like crazy. Was it the Hog? What was it called? Well, it had a name, and it was him and another running back, one of the Joneses, I believe.
Felix Jones.
Was it Felix? Okay, I knew it was one of the
believe so.
Joneses. And I think they had the white.
Keep it up with the Joneses.
Who was the quarterback who got drafted, who ended up moving positions? Who was their quarterback back then? Oh, that team was fun. That was a fun SEC.
I know
team.
Houston Nutt was their head coach.
Do you remember? Which
Watch
is one
your
of the
mouth.
great. Yeah,
Name.
exactly. That's gross. Anyway, do you remember when Felix
two
Jones?
T's.
Do you remember when Felix Jones' name came up in San Francisco Giants camp this year? Do you remember that?
No.
Yeah, Gabe Kapler likened the way Elliot Ramos runs.
Oh, my God.
To Felix Jones.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Do you remember that?
the way
You
that he
remember
runs
that?
around the bases,
Yeah.
the way that
The wild hog.
the way that he describes, you can hear him running.
You can hear him run,
Yes.
yes. Obviously, when I look back at my sports life, I think of Felix Jones first when I think of people who you can hear run. Yeah. And by the way, Darren McFadden ran for over 1,000 yards in his 8th year.
It was Matt Jones.
man.
Keep the name out your mouth.
For Dallas?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're listening to 95.7 The Game, kgmz-fm at HD1 San Francisco. Always live on the free Odyssey app. Download the Odyssey app and favorite 95.7 The Game for the best and most up-to-date sports coverage. And don't forget, you can also watch us every day on our YouTube and Twitch streams. Just log on and search 95.7 The Game. Of course, you will be seeing Willard. You will be seeing Dibs. Now, we did bring up the TO thing because we were asking a question. Who would you rather see come out of retirement and play one game? Would it be T.O., possibly playing for the 49ers, or would it be Barry Bonds?
Barry Bonds.
Possibly playing for the
Barry
Giants.
Bonds. Barry Bonds.
But not just because I'd love to see him bat, because it would reset his Hall of Fame
And
clock.
I had this about 4 years
I know
ago.
you did.
Before it was a quaint little tweet somebody sent out a couple of weeks ago, and everybody ran with it. I had this about 4, maybe 5 years ago. Reset the clock.
Agreed.
Kick this thing down the road to where the younger voters come in and realize that everyone juiced, so let him in. And that's the bottom line. He's not the only guy to juice in this era. We already had, Mike Piazza. He's a Hall of Famer.
Pudge.
Mike Piazza was a 68th round
Yes,
pick.
yes.
And all of a sudden
a favor from Lasorda's,
Yep.
a family
Exactly.
friend or whatever. That's the legend.
they threw him a bone, a family member, a frail nobody, and 17 injections later, the guy's a Hall of Famer.
So the captain, you saw it, right?
I haven't seen the whole thing, but
Okay.
yeah, most
Did you
of
get
it.
to the part where Clemens throws the sawed-off bat at Mike
Yes.
Piazza?
Clemens
That was-
wearing the moo-moo, by the way.
That was the yes, he was.
Clemens wearing a
looking like a crime
tablecloth.
boss. He's humongous now. He's
Yeah.
Jabba the Hutt.
Oh, yeah.
But that was the moment that roid rage hit its peak when Clemens takes a sawed-off bat, throws it at him, and goes, "I thought it was the ball.
Right.
I thought so. You were going to throw the ball at him
Exactly.
on a comebacker. It was just insanity."
I mean, that's how we used to play. Like, we used to play pegums when you played,
Yes.
tennis ball, baseball, or wiffle ball. It's like, there was no first baseman. So it was, either you run to the mound and I beat you to first, or I peg you with the ball.
No,
that's what he was
What do
playing.
you mean used to? We still do. That's how you play wiffle ball with kids.
Yeah, I haven't played
By
in
the way,
quite
You'll
some
throw your
time.
arm out. Be careful.
Well,
at
with
your
a
age.
wiffle ball. With a wiffle
Yeah.
ball.
I got
Throw my
right
arm
arm.
out.
I
It
got
is-
forearm tightness.
Tommy
Oh,
John
you do?
from
Put
wiffle
me
ball.
in the boxer and Gerson.
15-day IO, yeah. Dan Dibley.
It is a repetitive, interesting dad moment, though.
What?
When your 7-year-old, your 8-year-old hits a comebacker.
And you can't get the glove
and
up?
you got the ball, and they're running hard to first, and you're thinking, okay, options. First of all, I do not want to let my kid win all the time.
No.
That's not how you build character, right?
Option B, light his little 8-year-old body up.
Option B is hit the living daylights out of that kid with a wiffle ball, and they're going to go down, and they're going to cry, and they're going to whine, and they're going to complain. Or option 3, and this is the one that's out of your control, like, I mean, we don't all have pinpoint accuracy. What if you miss? What if you get him in the side of the head?
A wiffle ball's hard to throw, too.
Extra bases.
Well, and sometimes it goes somewhere.
Yeah, it's hard to throw.
Right? The wiffle ball starts moving on you. It's a tough dad moment every time they hit that comeback.
Option
and you're
D,
like, I got
though,
you.
is wind up and pump fake so hard like you're going to hit him and hope that he goes down, and then you run over for the gentle tag. There you go,
That's
son.
That's a veteran dad move.
P.S. Daddy loves you.
That's a
By the way, you're out.
You're out. Yeah.
I'm up.
Can I explore this Chet Holmgren take, though? I'm just curious. You think you really do believe that?
I don't know if his career is over, but he'll never be the player that he thought he was going to be. Big players with foot injuries, it ends. And, when you're talking about a foot injury, a Liz Frank is not, a torn ACL. He would be better off with a torn ACL than he is with a foot injury.
Crazy.
And it's just big guys with... Big guys have big feet.
You're just talking feet, though. You're not talking lower body.
I'm talking feet.
Well, his is a torn, obviously.
Liz Frank.
Yes.
Ligament.
I believe Debo had a stress fracture Liz Frank thingy, but it wasn't a ligament thing. I could be wrong here, but I think and he bounced back, but he's much smaller than Chet.
Well, right.
11:30 today, Doc Pandy.
Yeah, I would ask him.
This is what Travis Etienne had last year, yeah?
Yeah.
Isn't it?
The kid from Clemson.
Right, and he's tracking to be the Jags starting running back.
But he's
this
a lot
year,
smaller.
I know.
Right.
So you're talking about
and
big
how much
guys.
jumping do you do, though, as a running back?
Well, if there's a lineman that falls down in front of you, quite a bit.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean,
Derrick Henry.
Sam Bowie's career
over.
Brad Millard, St. Mary's. His career never started.
Wasn't Yao Ming a foot?
Yes, stress fracture.
No doubt.
It never healed. And then you had Big Country or Big Continent, Bryant Reeves. He had tons of foot problems.
Right.
People forget he actually was good in college. I don't know if he would have been good in the NBA.
Bryant Reeves, he was Big Country.
Yes. Was he Big Country?
No, someone else was Big Continent. Yeah. Bryant Reeves was Big Country.
My guy.
Who was the Continent who came afterward?
No, Nick Hawley, who was my middle blocker at Drake High School when I won 3 section titles. He was Big County. We called him.
County. I like
County.
Was this pre or post sunscreen in America?
Post sunscreen.
Okay.
In the 70s,
sunscreen had been invented.
You were a zygote. Steven wasn't even a thought in anyone's mind.
You're right about that.
You didn't wear sunscreen in the 70s. You put on copper tone when you wanted to lay out and benzoate for the Central Bay tan, like I talked about.
My grandfather said they would literally put oil on themselves, which they didn't realize was like the worst thing you could possibly put on your body. It's actually attracting more heat, and they would put it all over themselves because that was, and at the time, they thought the way to do it.
Well, being a first-generation American myself and everyone being from England, they don't know how to handle sun. They don't have air conditioning in their homes. They don't know how to handle sun. I don't either. There was a heat wave going around out there. It's 95 to 100 degrees. The reason that they're going crazy is because they do not know how to handle sun.
Right.
So I never really got that lesson. I never got that, taught down to me on how to handle the sun with sunscreen.
And your parents are, they're delightful people, lovely people, and they love their Steven.
Yes,
and
of course.
Still with the thickest accent.
I love it. She's such a sweet woman.
Yeah,
yes, such a sweet woman.
Well, Trey Lance tonight.
Yeah, what are you guys talking about today? That's what I want to know. What's
we're talking about Captain Bubble Wrap over here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't play him.
Bubble Boy?
Don't even let him put his uniform on. He might get a paper cut when he looks at the show plan.
I didn't say that. If anybody's going to get a cut in this room, it's going to be me, okay?
For just 7 plays, Trey Lance's life could be put in jeopardy. He could step on the field, that dangerous turf, and he could stub his toe, which could get infected, which could cause for it to be removed. He could be down to 9 toes.
Oh, that's the thing you do with kids too.
Do you know how viral this segment's going to go if he gets hurt tonight?
11 steps.
Do you know how viral this is going to go if he gets hurt tonight?
Creating a buzz, Willard.
Am I a bad person because I changed the channel the second this commercial comes on?
No, I think it speaks well of you.
It really
You don't mean Dibley, do you? You mean the actual.
I mean the actual.
Sally.
Yes, Joe.
Okay.
You know why? You know why you're a bad guy? For just 41 cents. All it takes, Joe, is 41 cents. You're now a morning show radio fixture, making more money than you did when you were serving cold cuts.
Probably.
And for just 48 cents.
Not for sure. Probably.
It's Portland. Excuse me. 3, 2, and 1. For just 52 cents, you could save a life of a dog. You could adopt a puppy for just 61 cents, Joe.
When the cat
But
looks
not
at
this
me-
golden retriever. That's right next to me.
Oh, when she's rubbing it, yes.
This golden retriever's
Look at
mine.
you.
This one's
Not my
mine.
purebred Lopsa Opso that I have back
Traveled
in
up to Oregon to get her.
Exactly.
1,500.
But for all you saps, for just 73 cents. It's just so funny.
No, listen, he's going to play tonight. He's not going to play a lot, by the way. I know a lot of you think he's going to play a half.
Just a couple series.
He's going to play a couple series, and I get it. But this is more about, I would not even blink if they came out at 3 o'clock today and said we changed our mind. He's not playing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even blink. And I will predict that whatever you want to call it, 7 years, 8 years, 10 years, this is not going to be a thing anymore. You're not going to stick important players out in preseason games because it is a bad bet. It's not the risk reward
is totally out of whack.
Right. This is a cost benefit analysis.
Yeah.
The Bills came out about 2 hours ago and said we're not playing Josh Allen tonight. And I know he's
60
played.
starts.
I understand that, but 2 series is not going to make or break his season.
Oh, it sure
it's not.
is.
No, it's not.
And Joe
This
actually
is-
pointed it out earlier, and I wanted to retweet it, but it was audio. The fact that he slid in the game for the first time ever, that is a positive.
It's awesome.
He's doing things he's never done before.
Right.
And do it in practice. And the
Sweet.
fact that he's getting these reps, it's important. And Josh Allen, he started almost 4 full years of games.
Yep.
It's a terrible comp, Mark.
Yep. And these 9 plays are not going to make a
For
difference in
just
this season.
9 plays?
There's only one way that one of these 9 plays matters for this season, and you know darn well what it is. And I'm not going to say it out loud.
No, say it.
No, I'm not saying it out loud. That's
Say
the
it,
only
say it.
way.
Say, "I'm
The
sorry."
only- no, I'm not going to
Say it. Say it. I need the
cousin.
codes. I need
Is
the
it too
codes.
late to say
That's
I'm
my
sorry?
cousin.
As he's eating a banana dipped
Justin
in peanut
Bieber.
butter.
Say it. Say, I'm sorry, sir.
Eating the oatmeal with the spoon.
Nope.
It's actually
He
not
turned
a
the
plastic
mic off.
spoon.
He turned and turned to me, turned the mic off, and just start eating
So
during
you
the middle
just
of the show.
shut your yapper.
Yeah.
I'm
the
interested to
days.
see him.
God.
I'm more interested. I'm more interested to see the running backs.
Me
That's
too.
that's what I'm watching
Me
tonight.
too.
I want to see if Trey Sermon can
Do something.
be a 49er or not.
What if he
Yeah.
gets hurt?
Stop
Good
it.
point.
No, what if he gets hurt?
No, he's actually got a reason to play tonight.
What if
Dibs.
he gets hurt, Mark?
He's trying to make the team. Trey Lance is not trying to make the team. He's on the team.
If Sermon gets hurt and then you
Is
cut a
Trent
hurt
Williams
guy,
playing
I mean,
tonight?
I hope not.
Thank you.
Because Trent Williams is making his 3rd NFL start on the 11th. No, he's
Oh my
not.
gosh, these two
Suge
series.
Knight.
These
Jeez,
2
man.
series are apparently gonna. Boy, he can't play this year without him. What are we gonna do? What would we do if he didn't have these 2 series?
I hope he plays the whole half for the sake of your show tomorrow.
I hope he plays the whole half, too. I mean, let him go out there and. I mean, are we going to bubble wrap him?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
Can we
Trey,
get Sean McVay on line 1? Can we get Bill Belichick on line 2? Can we get Aaron Rodgers on line 3?
Aaron, you're talking about Aaron Rodgers.
Yes.
The guy's 38 years old.
Dude.
Trey Lance is a pup.
You want him to play 10 plays and
No,
act
I
like
want more.
You want more. You're not going to get
I
more.
want more, Mark.
But it's not going to do anything. We got to see him with the ones. The other ones aren't going to be there.
I didn't say I want him with the ones. I want him out there getting comfortable as a pro football player.
It's what he's been doing for a year and a half.
Do you know what Dibs
I'm sure it
created?
is.
Dibs created one of the greatest sayings of all time.
What's that?
Running with the 2s.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite
Oh, yeah.
lines he's
Yes.
ever come up with.
Yeah.
And he's got plenty of them.
Sorry, Steven.
I know
Yeah.
way too much about running with the 2s. All right, Vontae Hill. Hey,
when you're a 7 and you get called up to run with the 2s, it's fun.
Don't you dare try to cut this short. Steven.
I am. Vontae Hill coming up on the other side. You guys, I'm sure you're gonna have a fantastic conversation like
gonna
this
be- it's
continuing
gonna
on
be
up
great.
until
Vontae's
12.
coming in?
Vontae's coming back tomorrow.
Oh,
He'll be back tomorrow.
on the
He'll be
other
back on
side.
Friday.
17
Okay.
days.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man.
He's coming back.
For
13
just 3 shifts.
13 shows off and then 8 more, and then he's got another one. All right, Joe Spinoni, hit it.